Well, hey, my friend, are you ready to make some super fun decor using these Dollar Tree ropes? So we've got the Nautical traditional white rope, and then we've also got the jute rope, and they're calling it Nautical jute rope. But either one is going to make some really cute home decor. Let me show you. What I'm not showing you here is the buttons. So I actually used all of these supplies and some buttons, and we're going to make the cutest little DIY using Dollar Tree Nautical rope and Dollar Tree jute rope. So this is a flag piece of decor that I grabbed at Dollar Tree actually a couple years ago, but never fear, you do not have to have this exact thing. In fact, it would save you a little extra time because I am actually struggling here to get all of this, what would you call that? Like sparkly tinsel garland removed from the plastic backing. You could literally cut this out as a rectangle from a piece of cardboard. Yep, I feel like that would be even more creative. So once I had it clear, I'm just literally grabbing the hot glue gun and adding on the Dollar Tree jute rope. This is going to create the first stripe in our very nautical themed piece of decor. Now, I think there's been a large, not debate, but I think before I did this project, I wasn't really sure which stripe comes first. Is it red, also known as my dark jute, or is it this white, which is the Dollar Tree, kind of a more traditional nautical rope? And I think that it was white. Let me know down in the comments below if you have the exact correct answer to that. So each time I add one of these ropes, I am trimming it at the end. And I will give you a little tip. You're going to need a super sharp pair of scissors because this rope is no joke. It is the thick, real deal, which is kind of what makes this piece of decor super substantial. Now, once I get to the very top part of this, instead of going back and forth with the two different tones of rope, I'm going to finish it out with all of the jute rope. This is going to create the perfect backing for your top left-hand square where you would put your stars. But this time, instead of stars, I am going to use those starfish that you saw, and we're going to get a little creative because for the additional stars, I ended up using some buttons. Again, I didn't show this entire project because it is just gluing, but also because the footage is lost. The footage is lost. This is a project I did a couple years back, and I, for the life of me, cannot find the end of this video. But you will get enough instructions to create one of these for yourself. I promise you that. So this is how it turned out. I have glued the starfish to the center of where the stars would go. And there's the little buttons. I love those oyster shell, kind of a cream off-white colored buttons. And you can see what I was talking about with the jute rope going over where the flag portion would be. The flag portion. The whole thing's a flag, Melanie. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say. But I think it turned out super duper cute. I think that, again, you do not have to have that original flag. You could create this with just some simple cardboard. I hope that you will try this for yourself, my friend. I have paired it here in a tray with a candle. What do you think? You guys know how much fun we have crafting together. Well, what if you could guarantee yourself every single month a craft project that you didn't have to decide on, you didn't have to think about, you didn't even have to leave your home to go grab the supplies? Well, that, my friend, is what Magnolia Craft Club is all about. And every single month, they are going to send you a special box with all of the things you need to make a project. They're always super cute and fun ideas. They always come with some amazing set of instructions, step by step, a stencil for you to use over and over again, and all the craft paste and ink and squeegees that you need to create a really fun project. So in case you haven't made one of these yet, you will be super blown away by the value that you get. I'm going to put a link here in the description below in case you want to check it out. You've probably seen your fair share of rope wreaths, but probably never one like this, my friend. We are going to use that ring that you saw, or you can just cut one out from cardboard, which is my preferred method, and then some nautical rope from Dollar Tree in the two different tones, the white and then also the jute. So for this project, we're going to make two sets of 3 strands of rope, with the 2 white ones flanking either side of one of the brown jute ropes. This is the design. I'm going to put it all together right here with some blue painter's tape. This is just loose, just to kind of keep it in line as we braid, but we're going to go ahead and make both sets of the ropes. Now, 3 strands of rope, that is very interesting because in the Bible, Ecclesiastes, it talks about 3 strands of rope, and it talks about community and how much we all need community. I like to consider you, my friend, my community, and I love the time that we spend together here on these videos each and every week. If you have not already subscribed, I would love it if you did. Follow me for more of this kind of projects. Now, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of hot glue here to keep the ropes together as I braid them. Now, a lot of the wreaths you've seen will take 3 strands of 3, but I didn't want to use that much rope, and I like the look of the 2 strands of 3. I would love to see what you think below, but also know that this is so simple, so easy, which is what I try to do for all of my DIY craft projects. You're going to continue this all the way down your entire length of rope. I didn't cut these down or anything. Stick around at the end so you can see exactly how we finish this wreath off. But it's just a process of gluing the 3 strands together and then crisscrossing the 2 strands of rope together. It is so simple, my friend. Looking back, I probably would have gone ahead and glued the 2 on top of each other, but now we're going to apply it to our base. Again, you can make this with cardboard, but this one just happens to be wooden. I picked it up at a thrift store. I love thrifting. Using a Dollar Tree zip tie, I just made sure it was tight. Then I used some blue painter's tape just to kind of hold it all together while I went ahead and attached all of the wreath together with zip ties. Now, again, if you do this with cardboard, it's just as super simple. Just weave it through the 3 strands of rope and zip tie it to the back. Once you've done that, clip off the excess, and then I went back. This is the part I would have done as I went, but I glued and secured each piece of rope on top of the other. I just wanted to make sure that I had it evenly spread out across the entire wreath. So once I had the wreath finished, I'm going to take off the blue painter's tape and trim off the length of the rope that I want to leave with. Now, once I have that done, I'm securing it as well with another zip tie. You guessed it, making it super simple to figure out where to cut this. Once you cut it, this is the part where you're going to add your embellishments. So I went ahead and saved those. I did use them for a future project, but we're going to trim the zip ties and add, you guessed it, a bow. I'm just using some Dollar Tree ribbon. This is their little version of the burlap ribbon. I tied it in 4 loops. I do have some videos on how to make these bows. Super simple. I will link those below for you as well. But we're going to tie this bow on and then add my favorite part is the buttons. So I'm just hot gluing them all. I put a little bit in the center of the bow and then I just pop them in on all of the dark rope just to kind of give it a little bit of bling, a little pop. I am loving how this wreath turned out. This is it hanging up. There's that center pop piece of pearl buttons, and then all of the little pops of buttons. I love the little oyster shell looking buttons all the way around the wreath. I don't know, would you have added the buttons? I'm a little bit obsessed with buttons. If you follow me for a minute, you would know. Let me know below. What would you do different with this? Do you like the 2 strands? Will you make one of these? What do you think? Instead of Dollar Tree nautical rope, if you have one of these cotton mop heads from Dollar Tree, you're good to go. We are going to make this leaf. It's kind of a macrame, or some may call it macrame, where it's not really the real deal, but it's super easy and super fun. So we're going to do it anyway. I'm just cutting out a template here. I will link the template below, but we're cutting it out of cardboard just to give us like a sturdy little place to start with our design. Then I'm going to take the mop head and remove that little plastic part at the top that kind of holds it all together. Speaking of holding it together, I recently celebrated a 28th wedding anniversary, and someone asked me, what is your secret? How have you been together for so long? Hold on, hold that thought. Let me show you real quick how this works. You're just going to take the first strand, that's the middle strand, tie a simple knot, pull it loosely towards the top, and that's the hook for our piece. Now we're going to take another piece of string, put it behind, and then loop this one through. If you need to, push pause and rewind and watch this again just to make sure that you have it down, but it is the easiest technique ever. And once you get started, it's super addicting. So for the next row, you're going to do the same thing, but on the opposite sides. Now, I got a little distracted like any good creative can, and I did the same side twice and I had to undo it. So I left that in there so you can see how easy it is to undo it and redo it and get it right. Okay, so back to my story. They asked, what's your secret to 28 years of a happy marriage? And I said, oh, it's no secret. God is the glue. And it reminds me of these ropes where in Ecclesiastes, it talks about three strands. Three strands are not easily broken, or strands of three strong as can be. That's how I kind of remember it. 2 is good, but 3 is better. I feel like that's the secret, and it's not really a secret. And neither is this DIY. There's literally no mystery in macrame. Once you get the steps down, you just repeat them over and over and create whatever designs you desire. Now we're going to replace that cardboard leaf template that we had and hook the little initial knot that we made right over the top. We're using that template as a guide to trim up our leaf. And so whatever shape, as you can see, that you want to make, you can use a cardboard template and cut out the design. Once you get the hang of this, you're going to go nuts thinking of all the different ways that you can make this macrame or macrame. Now, I am taking just a little comb from the Dollar Tree and I am combing out all of the pieces of the mop head string just to kind of get all of those extra fibers out. It's going to give it a little better of a shape as well, a little more ease to control like the design that you have. Trimming up the edges after that, and then I just added a little wood bead string. It is just a simple string of wood beads. These are also from the Dollar Tree. I'm using some twine to kind of just tie it up there at the top. And this is how it turned out. I love how it looks on this tray. You could literally put this anywhere. I hung it on a doorknob just to kind of show you how pretty it can be. I don't know. Will you make one of these? What do you think? You know what would make your day better? If you made one of these, my friend. This is so easy and I love the way it turns out. So stick around, stick with me. All right, so you're going to take some burlap. This is just some simple burlap from Dollar Tree and then an embroidery hoop. Now I know Dollar Tree sells their version. This one is one that I happened to grab at a thrift store one time. So always be on the lookout when you're out and about for these embroidery hoops. This is, I believe, like an 8-inch one, but it doesn't matter. You get the one that you think will fit your project the best. Once I get it into the embroidery hoop and tighten it all the way, I'm going to trim off the excess burlap around the edges. This doesn't have to be perfect. This was just a simple rough cut around the edges to get it kind of removed off of the embroidery hoop. And so now I have this really pretty base to put my doily on. So when it comes to the doily, just make sure it fits on the inside of your embroidery hoop, and obviously a little bit smaller than the burlap because we still want to see the burlap. And then I'm just taking my hot glue gun and adding the glue to pin down the doily to the middle of the embroidery hoop. And then I'm going to trim it with this Dollar Tree nautical rope. The nautical rope is such a versatile product from Dollar Tree, and I absolutely love the way it makes the doily pop on this. So once you have the rope glued all the way around the outer edge, I'm just kind of pinning it down here
on top of itself. Now, this is where the magic happens. We are going to take a Dollar Tree shower ring, just a plastic shower ring, and we are going to hot glue on this jute twine. And I'm just threading it through the ring over and over and over. I'm not going to make you watch me do this for the entire shower ring, but it is definitely something that you can do while you're doing another project, or like me, while you're chatting on the phone with your friends. So on this one, we are just going to finish it off by gluing it and cutting it at the edge, and then we're going to glue it at the top. This is going to serve as our hanger for this piece. Now, this is a fun twist as well, no pun intended. We are actually untwisting the bottom portion of this nautical rope. And there are so many ideas. You could have left it plain. You could have done it thick. I ended up trying to make it really, really thin. I kind of wanted to make this mimic the look of macrame. So, you know, that look, the boho look from the 70s. So this is just a butterfly that I got from a thrift store, and I just glued it to the center. And now I'm taking a comb and I am just combing out those bottom threads to make it look more like, you know, boho. Then I'm trimming off the bottom. You don't have to make it even like I did, but I love the way this turned out. This is a really, really pretty statement piece. I'm using it here on my wall in the living room for the word home as the O. And I just think it's so, so fun. And it really is one that will take you from spring all the way through summer, because it is a very versatile piece of decor. What do you think? Would you like to make one of these?
Well, my friend, what did you think of those ideas? I hope that you're inspired to get crafty, get creative, and make some DIY home decor. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe to my channel here and hit that notification bell. And if you're feeling extra, go ahead and sign up for my email list. That is where you will find all things crafty. Every single week we stay in touch, and I cannot wait to have you, my friend. Until next time, be sure to watch the next video.